Hello guys. So in the previous video we saw the item details for most of the items, including the web map. So when we open a web map item, we have the option here to create a web map, and we have the option to create a story map using this map, or we have the option to configure an app and create a web app using this specific map. The same thing you have here in the content window. You have the option to click create and configure app, and when you click on this one, it will ask you what template you want to use for your web app. If you choose any template, you will open an empty template, and it will, if you choose any template from here, you will create a new empty web app, but you need to associate or add your web map to it. So here you can create an app and add the map to it, or you can open your existing map if you have an existing map, and you can come here and say create a web app for this specific map. So when I click here, it will open the same window we saw in the content window, but here when I open any template or any design, it will use my first map as the map for this application. So here you have a lot of templates, and you can choose from them based on what is your needs and how you want it to look like, and you can customize it as well. So here, for example, I will go to show all, and I will use a basic viewer. You can use any different design you want, so I'll select this one, and when you select any template, you will have the option to create a web app or make a preview or download it on your machine. So for example, if you have ArcGIS web app builder, you can download it and you can do edits to it, or if you want to download this web app and host it on any server you want, you can download it and do that. And we will go more in details on how can you create and customize a web app in the web app builder course or the experience builder course, but for now we will just create a web app for our existing map by clicking here, and here we will enter the details for this new item. So we will call it the same name, dash web app, and we will leave the tags the same. Summary, this is my first web app, and I'll keep it in the root folder. I'll say done. And now it will open for me my new web app that I can configure, and I can customize it even more if I want. So here, that's how my web app will look like. And you have to differentiate between a web map and a web app. The web map is when you open your map in a map viewer and you customize your map however you want. You can do the pop-up configuration, you can add layers, remove layers, you can change the symbology, and all the things we learn on the map. But in the web app, you actually use this map. So it's kind of creating a website or an application for your map so people can use it. So here you customize how you want your web app to look like. So you can add some features, you can remove some features, you can change the theme and the color, and we will go into more details in this part right here in the next videos. But right now I want to show you how can you create a web app from an existing map by going to the map item details and say create a web app, and then you choose your template, and then this will open. And after you do your customization, you click launch, and this will launch your web app. How can you share this web app with anyone? You can just take this URL and you send it to them, and now you have your map ready to be used by anyone. In order to make it public, you need to go back to the content and refresh this page. And now you will see that we have an extra item here called web mapping application, and the icon for this item is different than the map. So here, this is the icon for the web map, and this is the item for the web app. And here you have the options to open the item details or view the application. And when you click view application, it will open like this. So right now we saw how can we open the map details. Let's open it again. And how can we create a web app? The second option we have is we can create a story map. So here you can click here and say create a story map, and that will open your web map into a new story map, and you can customize it however you want. And we have a separate section in the course just for story maps, so we can go through all the options we have for the story maps. But once you create a story map for your web app, again, if you go back to the content and you refresh the page, you will see that you have a new item that called story map, and this is the one we just created right now. Of course you can change the name, but this is the icon for the story map. So every single item you create depends on the type. It will tell you what type this item is, and the icon will be changed right here. And you can manage your story map or your web app or you can manage any of your items from here. But right now you know how can you create a web app and how can you create a story map for your existing web map or existing scene. So that's it for this video, and in the next video we will focus on the groups, see how can we create groups, how can we add members, and how can we associate content or add content to our groups. So thank you so much, and if you have any questions about this, please let me know, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.